This video has been made to help you understand how the TSA exam portal works. So the first thing you want to do is you want to actually launch Google Chrome. So we're going to launch Google Chrome. You've got to use Google Chrome. Please do not use Edge or Safari. It doesn't work very well. You've got to load Google Chrome up onto your Apple if you have one of those. Or Windows, you must have Google Chrome. Okay, so you would have received an email from our administration giving you your student ID number and also a password that would have been unique for yourself, and that would have been sent through to an email that you provided to us when you actually enrolled. So we want to now copy and paste that URL into Google Chrome up here, not in the search area, because if we put in the search area you will then have problems with the security. Okay, so we want to now type in this URL or paste it here. So the URL is exam.techskillsau.com.au. Okay, so that is our URL that you need to put up here in Google Chrome. So let's launch that. And now we come into the actual login page of your exam portal. So you want to now have a look on that email. What is the actual student ID number that was provided to you? So I've got a student ID number here that I'm punching in, and you would have been given a unique password as well. So I'm putting in my password and I'm signing in. Okay, so I come to the dashboard, right? So this just tells me that this particular individual has got 2 courses that they've enrolled for, completed 0 exams. Okay, so this just gives you some sort of summary with your examination. So what's very important is these on the top here. Those are all the links that we're going to be using. So we're at the dashboard. So let's first go to the exams. Okay, so we click on the exams. So you can see that this individual has got 2 courses that they're completing. One is a certificate for in electrical instrumentation, and the other is a certificate for in hazardous areas. So let's look at the certificate for in instrumentation. Okay, so as I said, each one of these up here is active. Okay, now let's look at the exams firstly. If you want to go into your exams and have a look at your exams, you click onto the exam, and we can see that pretty much there's 8 examinations that need to be undertaken. Okay, so we will have a chance in a few minutes. We'll go into each one of these. All right, so you don't have to hit the back button. Let's have a look at the study material, for instance. So if we go into the study material, and again we have 2 qualifications here, but we're looking at the certificate for electrical instrumentation. We click on that, and we've got the PDF version of the handbook. All right, so if we click on that, we now have we're downloading the actual PDF version of the certificate for electrical instrumentation book. You can launch that and you have the book ready for you. So you will also be given a hard copy when you come in for your examinations. Okay, so you can save this on your desktop. Okay, so I'm just going to close that, go back to my examinations, videos, training videos. So click on that, and here we have the 2 qualifications again. We're concentrating on the electrical instrumentation for now. You click into that, and we have these different chapters. So in this instance here, we can see that they're not in order. Sometimes they might be in order, sometimes they're not, but you can follow them as chapter 6, chapter 7, and so on. Here, what you'll find here, we have chapters 3, 4, and let's just say you want to now go into chapter 2, for instance. Okay, so click into chapter 2. And you'll find the videos right here. So follow the videos, video 1, video 2, video 3. This is what you want to do. You want to go according to these videos. Right? Simply click into the video and listen to it. Okay. Now there's something called self-paced assessment. If you are undertaking the funded training, you will have to complete the self-paced assessment. Self-paced assessments are multiple choice questions, very easy, gets you prepared for the for your in-class training. Okay, so we're going to click into the self-paced, and you can see that in this instance we've got 7 little tests here. Okay, so let's have a look at one of the tests. Let's just say we want to start off with chapter 2, for instance. Okay, normally you'd start with chapter 1, but no problem. Let's just go chapter 2. We would take the test, Okay, there's some instructions here for you. All right, and I'm ready to begin. Okay, you have to agree that you are not being assisted by anyone and that this is your own work, and we can start the exams. Now let's have a look at the self-paced and the examination. Pretty much run the same. So we can see in this instance here we've got 11 questions all the way down here. None of them have been answered. Okay, so here's the first question, for instance, and we want to know, we want to now select our answer. Let's just say we select that answer. I'm not saying that answer is correct or not. You're going to have to do your work and have a look. Okay, so we want to save that answer. We go down here to the bottom and we say click here to save answer. Okay, so that's turned green. We've gone to question 2. So we can answer question 2. So let's just say we're not too sure what the answer is for question 2 and we want to come back to that. You can simply click on review later and it'll turn question 2 with a little star. What you want to find is that all of these questions here have a green tick on it. That's when you should submit. Okay, we've gone to question 3. Let's just say now that we've got question 3 and we've answered question 3. Okay, you want to save that answer and click there. So all those questions that have this little star on it, you simply have to come back to it and answer it. So for instance, let's just say you don't know what's the answer for question 4. You don't really need to click on review later. You can just click up here on question 5 and leave question 4 with little triangle. So anything with the star or anything with this triangle, it means you have to come back and answer it. Once you've completed the test, then you say submit test. Once you've submitted test, it'll ask you, are you sure you want to submit? Yes. And there's a little summary here as to how many questions you've actually, the total questions and how many have been attempted and how many haven't been visited. You should really answer all questions. Okay, so let's say we don't want to submit this test at this moment, but what we want to do is we want to come back to this test. So we want to pause this test. So up here you say it says pause test. Are you sure you want to pause the test? Yes, let's pause that test. Okay, if you go back, okay, so we self-paced again, yeah, and if we go back into that test, we can see it says resume test. So simply click on that, go into it, and you can resume the test. It's exactly the same for the examinations. Okay, so we click on examinations, for instance. We want to undertake an exam, pretty much do the same. Click on that. We want to now take a test, for instance. Take test there. Okay, it gives you some instructions on the examinations as well. I'm ready to begin. I agree. Okay, that I'm doing this work on my own, and simply you'll find that the portal layout is exactly the same as the self-paced, but this is the main exams. Okay, so those self-paced are trials, it's multiple choice, and you have the main exams here. Okay, as I mentioned, you may not always have the self-paced exams. It all depends on if you're taking the funded training or not. Okay, so you can simply answer the question and then you click here to save answer and so forth. If you're not sure what the answer is for question 2, you review later. That'll have a little star with it. Obviously you want it to be green. You want to pause the test. Green again, sorry. Green doesn't mean you're correct. It means you've answered the question. We still have to answer, mark your papers rather. You want to pause your test. Pause the test. Yes. And you can go back. Okay, so you can go back in. So you want to log out. You click there, log out, and you can simply come back to the test whenever you want to by logging back in. If there are any problems, please contact the office and we will gladly be able to assist you with any issues that you might have.